Back up, set. Racing, Kennerboy last away again alongside Cal Drago, who was slow, and Ziggy Baxter goes straight to the lead. Terra Trips there early, so's TV Kitty and another range around the outside. Then we've got Cal Drago out wide in the piece. Further back in the race to Very Lovely, Dark Witch, and the favourites in trouble, Kennerboy. Down they come, and TV Kitty with a better beginning gets over the top and scores today from Ziggy Baxter. Terra Trips just lasted for third. Cal Drago got home quite nicely, although another ranger might have just beaten that in for fourth. Further back in the race then we had Dark Witch, and they'd be followed well back by Kennel Boy. Unfortunately, got into trouble after a slow beginning back with Very Lovely. 18:07's the time with a run home of 10:98. And it's been 7, 5, 9 and 6. Much better beginning from TV Kitty today, and that made all the difference. Racing, Pandering a fair break, and so too Charlie Bobo, the two favourites heading towards the lead. King Hit Mike goes with them, and Coco Bear parks up just in behind. In fact, gets right through and pushes King Hit Mike, who goes back through the field, and going forward was Black Roadstar, and Gold Star Lexi made up a bit of ground too. Back towards the tail of the field are Jazz Hill and Kentucky Dole, but Panda Ring's in front by a couple of lengths, but Coco Bear's on its tail, and 4 or 5 lengths away to Charlie Bobo. Black Roadstar the inside, then Gold Star Lexi. Round they come, and Coco Bear loops Panda Ring, goes away and scores 2, 7, 4 and 6. That's your first 4. Next to go by then would have been Gold Star Lexi, Jazz Hill, King Hit Mike. Well, got King Hit by the winner, Coco Bear, at the first bend, and Kentucky Dole's the last to greet. Coco Bear gets its first win today, and it was sitting fourth going into the first bend. The head-on will give us a sight. Charge through. Racing. Ollie Boy midfield away best out here. Petite Joy and Azure Dreams is also poking up and trying to push through. Was so unbelievable around that first bend. Ollie Boy gets around them. Dream Zone's back in fourth spot with Opawa Tomo. PJ Pringles getting shuffled. So unbelievable now, and Azure Dreams right back to last. Getting to the front is Ollie Boy. Oddfellow and Dream Zone fighting out second and third. Ollie Boy wins. I think Dream Zone got to second there on Oddfellow. Followed across there by So Unbelievable, PJ Pringles, Opawa Tomo. Last pair Azure Dreams and Petite Joy. So Ollie Boy wins its New Zealand debut. Got up and around the outside. There was plenty of space for it. Quite a jumble sail there early. And So Unbelievable and Azure Dreams were two that got badly checked. Now, the threes got up for fourth. And racing Opawa Amber out nicely there with Bernie's Boy going hard early. Is followed through by Rubbed Out, then Candid Angel, the inside midfield early. Homebush Naki next to round. Followed next to last there by Pacific Sunrise, who was awkward round that bend. And Millie Rivers back to last. Bernie's Boy in front by 3 lengths on Candid Angel, Opawa Amber. Followed through there by Rubbed Out. Behind them was Homebush Naki. Millie Rivers starting to wind up with Pacific Sunrise, but they're a long way from Bernie's Boy, who turns first by 3 on Candid Angel, Opawa Amber. In a battle for third, 6 beats to 1. Charging to third, Pacific Sunrise. Opawa Amber was fourth to go by. Right with them, we had Millie Rivers and Rubbed Out, and Homebush Naki at the backy. Now, this is more like it, 30-63. And it's Bernie's Boy, the 6 dog, who defeats Candid Angel, who won the race that Bernie was third in the other week or last week, and it was his first run at 520 metres, and he's bolted out of the traps. And racing, he's out not too badly. Elite Dose out nicely here. Corborn Butsy handy enough, knock a few back up and around the outside and pushing through the inside now. Would have been Opar with Shaden. Between runners here we've got as they come around. Getting back in behind them was Homebush Olive, and well back is Alamein Jar on the corner. Corborn Butsy swoops around to the lead. Good battle second and third. Knock a few back, knocks off Elite Dose. And next to go by there was Opar with Shaden. That'd be followed back then by Alamein Jar. Further back in the race then was Homebush Olive. Pixie Dust and Mad Music, they weren't in it from the hop. I said don't expect to see him early. Well, he was there early, Corborn Butsy. And the only fear then was whether he got jammed at the first bend. I was looking for something between the 1 and the 7, but it was just the rail coming around the corner. And Corborn Butsy swooped around the outside there of Elite Dose and knock a few back, and knock a few backs out, finished Elite Dose second and third. But Elite Dose would probably, you'd think, continue to improve, just a second run back. Ready? And racing, Auntie Trace stepped clean. He's going to go to an easy lead here. Opawa Massini's out nicely today, and Corborn Bray's trying to push forward as well. Wider on the track, Opawa Gavin's got to the midfield here. And they've opened up a bit of a break on the others. Good time, Mike, followed through there by That's King on the last pair here. Corborn Kit Lagoon victory, the no chance. Auntie Trace under siege. Opawa Massini pushes through the inside. Couple of lengths away then, pressing on. Here is Corborn Bray. And Opawa Gavin starts the launch around the outside. Further back then to Good Time, Mike. Auntie Trace is kicked away on Opawa Massini, and Opawa Gavin. Auntie Trace is in. That's a nice win from Opawa Massini. Opawa Gavin, nice first up for the Clarkies. And Pat, of course. Next to go by was Corborn Bray. Then we had Good Time Mike, and the other three were a mile off them early. Corborn Kit Lagoon victory, that's king. Auntie Trace in a 30.85 with a run home 11.99. 4, 6, 8 and 5 on the board. She's done well. Thought she was in trouble off the back when Opawa Massini pushed through on her inside, but she kicked on it. And racing, Meet Damon's last away. Lola Baxter springs out nicely. Corborn Nevada goes up beside it too, pushing through now. Effective Power. Meet Damon trying to as well. Round the outside goes Big Boy Dino, trapped out wide though as Takeaway tries to get into the race too, gets shuffled. Well back with him was Corborn Sarah. Big Boy Dino going right back towards last as Premier Prince comes down the outside. But Effective Power's pushed through and scored here on Meet Damon, dashing into second, third. Possibly Corborn Nevada or Premier Prince, who was stomping down the outside. Back and behind those runners then we had Lola Baxter and Corborn Sarah. Takeaway, who got checked towards the corner. Big Boy Dino was in trouble with it. Effective Power in a 17.94. 10.91 was the run home. 7.03 the lead up. And she's done a good job because she's pushed through on the inside as one or two have gone wider. Set. And racing, Heart U steps cleanly the inside. Double Entendre up quickly as well, though. And Absinthe Minded goes forward, might cross them all, and does. Absinthe Minded to the lead round the first bend, and Kirkham Jack gets round to second, about 4 lengths behind this pace setter. Heart U's in a gap of about 5 lengths. Followed around by Opawa Jackie, out wider Premier Division. Closer in there, Corborn Clay. Double Entendre got whacked out of it at the first bend, and Homebush Spookers last. Absinthe Minded is travelling sweetly on the corner by 5 here on Kirkham Jack. Further back on the race to Premier Division. 8, 6 falls in for second, 7 is third. Next to go by then was Opawa Jackie, Corborn Clay behind them. Double Entendre, who was stiff at the first bend. Heart U, well, some money's gone west there, and Homebush Spook. Absinthe Minded. Off box number 8, it's clocked 30 and 37. He has gone a 30.08. He posts his first box 8 win. And racing, Pat Not Plat out nicely the inside. Botany Win comes across well, then Manu Rama, Bow River Man and Snowball Chance. Pat Not Plat by a couple. Botany Win for company. 2 lengths back, Manu Rama. Further back then to Bow River Man and Snowball Chance. Pat Not Plat's is spinning along nicely in front. Manu Rama tries to set out after it with Botany Win. 1, 4 and 8 they go by. Bow River Man was 4th to go by, and last in was Snowball Chance. Pat Not Plat makes it 6 straight. Hasn't run a personal best today, but it did not matter. Just waiting for that time to balance up. 17.65. Still handy enough. Her second best. 10.73 for a run home. 1, 4, 8 and 10 have been the numbers. 1, 4, 8, 10. And just a good solid performance from her. Jump. And racing, Scusi out okay, crashes straight into Almendinger though as Smash Allegro drives across and Springvale Harry gets to second, then Scusi uses off the rail around their heels. Back and behind them to Opar with Shea. Almendinger after that early knock is back in 5th spot. Behind it, Check the Mail. And last is Kissing Gwyneth. Down the back goes Smash Allegro, Scusi and Springvale Harry about to round it up. Now Scusi's 3 wide and having trouble getting around Springvale Harry, and Almendinger loops around the outside. And also there is Opawa Shea and Check the Mail. Almendinger gets right around the outside of Springvale Harry and scores. 3rd to go by, Check the Mail. Scusi 4th. Check the Stipes report. Further back in the race then, we had Opawa Shea, Check the Mail, Kissing Gwyneth. 30.39. 11.80 run home. Racing, Subic Bay steps okay, but Happy Wife straight out onto the pace here. Subic Bay trying to cross Bohannon does. Subic Bay goes under Happy Wife. They put 5 links on Bohannon. All in Berlin round the outside, then Caesar Chance next to last, Making Time, and Stella Force at the back on the corner. Subic Bay's day to day in the 4 rug wins well from Happy Wife. Bohannon held 3rd off Caesar Chance. All in Berlin next to go by, followed through by Making Time, and a distant last was Stella Force. 6.82 has been the lead-up time here. 4 beats the 3, then 1 and 6, run home 10.45, and we've got a 17.27 here, Aiden, which is only just outside Subic Bay's best of 17.20. Lisa Ahern gets her 5th for the day. This for the Waypoint Syndicate by Magic Sprite out of Jado's. Racing, Allegro class out well and Sweet As Bros missed it today. Cheap Shot Maddie and Elle's Girl are going hard. With on the inside there, Allegro class and Sweet As Bro trying to run through the inside. They'd be followed around then by Far Too Trendy, Big Time Rain and Corborn Steve up to the corner. Allegro classes day to day. Sweet As Bro's going to recover to run second. Elle's Girl holds down 3rd. Next to go by was Far Too Trendy, followed in by Cheap Shot Maddie. And the last pair here, Big Time Rain and Corborn Steve. And we'll see what the clock says. You wouldn't think it'd be as quick as Subic Bay. It's a 10th slower. 17.37, still a tidy time. 17.37 with a 10.54 run home. It's been 1, 5, 6 and 8. Good on the bookies. They held firm with Allegro class. And the punters who made it favourite as well.